We've all heard it before, the phrase, obesity is an epidemic. So much so that we've almost become numb to what the word epidemic really means. Epidemic means a widespread occurrence of a disease in a community at a particular time. Obesity is widespread. We cannot ignore obesity any longer. Obesity rates have been doubling since 1980 and have just recently started to level off. As of 2012, 69% of US adults were classified as overweight. Of that 69%, 35.1% were obese. Obesity is calculated on body mass index. Body mass index, or BMI, is a ratio of your weight to your height. While not completely accurate in some extreme cases, such as bodybuilding, for the average person, BMI is a pretty good indicator of whether or not you're underweight, a healthy weight, overweight, or obese. Body fat is produced when we do not expend as many calories as we consume. When the calories we put into our bodies is greater than the calories that we let out, the extra energy is stored as fat. Being overweight or obese puts individuals at risk for a multitude of health concerns, such as hypertension, type 2 diabetes, coronary heart disease, stroke, osteoarthritis, some cancers, and more. This makes obesity one of the leading causes of preventable deaths.
Wait, what? Preventable? That's right. When we go back to the equation of energy in equals energy out, we find the key.
All we have to do to decrease the prevalence of obesity is make our calorie expenditure equal to our calorie consumption. The most effective way to increase calorie expenditure is to participate in physical activity. There is strong scientific evidence that participating in physical activity can decrease one's risk for becoming overweight or obese. Not only that, but there are many other recognized health and social benefits of participating in physical activity. These include reduced risk of coronary heart disease and stroke, reduced diabetes, decreased risk of osteoporosis, reduced social isolation and loneliness, improved strength and endurance, the chance to develop social networks, provide opportunities to connect with the community, build self-esteem, and promote positive self-image. However, in 2008, only 48% of US adults met the minimum requirements of physical activity set by the CDC. Why don't people participate in physical activity when the benefits are so substantial? One of the top 5 reasons is lack of motivation. In a society where we have designed things to take as little effort as possible, encouraging yourself to actively participate in physical activity can be difficult. This is why personal trainers are so important in the fight against obesity. Personal trainers provide the social support that is often needed to begin and continue engaging in physical activity.
My name is Trevor Hope.
My name is Janet DeBach.
I have a degree in kinesiology with an emphasis in teacher education, and then I have a minor in exercise science.
I train through the Westland Adult Center. I'm FMS certified, Primal Move certified. In my early 30s, I gained a lot of weight. I gained about 100 pounds. I decided that I wanted to do something about it. And from there, it was kind of just history. I thought, what a great thing to do. Maybe I should do a marathon. It was my first race. Really it just spiraled. I got really interested in physical fitness. And from there, I got into kettlebells and strength training and started really thinking about me and my body type. My clients, I just lived through my clients and their stories. And I started noting that there was a huge population being missed, and that was the seniors. And they wanted strength training too, but they didn't necessarily wanted to go to a gym full of 20-year-old really fit people. They wanted to start in small increments, and so that's where I'm at today, and I just adore my clients.
I love fitness. When my daughter was 1 year old, I weighed 225 pounds, and it was not a good 225 pounds. And over the course of a year and a half or 2 years, I lost 45 pounds. And when I knew I wasn't going to be able to get a teaching job, it was like, well, how can I take my expertise to other people? And I can make pretty difficult things pretty simple. I mean, that's kind of the nature of a coach and being a motivator. And it was like, well, I can become a personal trainer. And so that was my next step. Is there was a job opening in Eugene at the Downtown Athletic Club for an aquatics director and a personal trainer, and I took that position, and I've never looked back.
And why? Why are we so heavy in the United States?
I think people need to move more. I think our lives are too convenient. Whether you're driving, whether you're taking public transportation, whether you're, you can buy pre-made food at the store, or you can afford carryouts. That's way more convenient than preparing your own meals.
I really think our lifestyle fosters obesity. I think people are really, really caught up and really, really busy. Families are busy, they're split up, they're not sitting down like I did when I was a kid. It's such a massive problem. What about the workplace? That's another problem.
Then you go to work all day, whether you're a student or whether you're in a desk job, you spend most of the time at a desk, sitting down. And then by the end of the day, you're probably mentally exhausted. More than you are physically exhausted, you're mentally exhausted, and you don't want to go do anything. So you go home, you make dinner, or you order carry out, depending on what's going on, and then you sit on the couch and watch TV or whatever until the end of the day. I think if people decided to move a little bit more and to eat a more whole foods based diet rather than a diet of convenience, we wouldn't be having the same issues that we have now.
To slow down your eating habits. If you're eating at home, you tend to eat healthier, and everybody's just catching a meal on, and me included. It's so hard to be consistent and eat at home. But I think that would be a good idea.
I think the biggest thing that I try and do is I try and create an environment where people want to come back and they don't want to let it go. I'm a pretty simple guy, and I want everybody to get along, and I love what I do, and I think I create an environment where people start to enjoy what they're going to do almost as much as I do. I'm not afraid to tell people how I feel about them, and 99 times out of 100 it's going to be positive. And so I try to be as positive as I can and as encouraging as I can, while giving people good workouts, while giving people good information. And it's one of those things where once people know that you care about them and want them to succeed, a lot of the times they're going to buy in. And I think that's what you just have to create, that environment where they want to keep coming back and where they feel good, and they see, if maybe it's not progress in their weight, they see progress in the way they move, they see progress in their strength, they see progress in how they do their daily activities. And I think if you can show a client that, number one, my clients really become my friends. Because I care about them so darn much, then they're going to come back.
Consistency. Okay, I don't foster beating themselves up ever. You just can't. But be consistent is the biggest thing that I drill on. That you just come in, you do your workout, you walk out, you feel better, but let's do that often. That's what I want.
Maybe it's oversimplified, but it is. It's that personal connection.
Forming friendships through my clients is very important, because knowing a person, not only their physical capabilities, what about their mental capabilities? What are they going through life? It's that extra step that gives you just a little bit better picture. I think that's a missing thing with people. That you have to know everybody inside and out. I think to be a good trainer, I have a lot of people that 4 and 5 years have been training with me, not just because they got results, is that that's our friendships.
I use the word love a lot. I really do. And There's just no other way for me to describe the way I feel about a lot of people. I work with iron all day and I make people sweat, but it's the mushy stuff that's the best part of life.
Just keep it simple: fruits, vegetables, go to the doctor, get enough sleep, drink water, exercise. That's it. And be happy. Happy.
It's just about creating a community where people can feel safe and feel strong and take back their lives if they lost it at some point.